Hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel, special evening edition. Thank you so much for being here. So good to see you guys. Boy, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? So I've got it's kind of a glare. If I turn this down just a tiny bit, maybe the glare won't be quite as bad. But anyway, thank you so much. And whew, what a day. Yeah, I things are quite are cleaner around here. Uh, as I was listening, I ended up dusting, vacuuming, laundry, putting things away I've been meaning to find a home for months. Um, yeah, I have a pile of stuff I needed to shred. I filled up a whole filled up a whole trash bag full of shredding stuff while I was listening today, and I have eaten so many carbs. I've eaten so many carbs. My weight is just going right back up but um, it's actually the energy in here is nicer now that it's cleaner, and to some extent, I'd like to think that what we've been going through with the whole impeachment, the trial, and all of this, there's a certain cathartic element to it, a little bit of an element of facing it, processing it, being together, and just working our way through it. So anyway, but we're here together. I'm here to answer your political questions, and today it's tough. Where did I had a could have sworn I had a coaster sitting right here because I kept my mouse on it. I must have put it somewhere while I was cleaning. Okay. Oh well. All right. The Dems did do an amazing job, but my gosh. Yes, Electra, the Dems did a great job. It was a lot. It's been a lot these past couple of days. And who knows what it'll be like tomorrow. But we can look at all of that. All right, let me scroll up and see what you guys. I mean, obviously, we need to look at stuff about the impeachment, Trump's impeachment trial, and things like that. But let me just go up here. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything. Do put any questions that you'd like me to read on. Do please put them in all caps in the chat. And other than that, please just type normally so I'll know that you guys are talking to each other. So anyway, Marsha, it shows how great Autumn is by the thumbs down. Oh, do I have thumbs? I'm over in StreamYard, not YouTube. Do I have thumbs down already? Okay. I usually have anywhere between 5 and 11. It's like, okay. I don't know why people bother, but all right, let's see here. Still looking for anything in all caps. Bum, bum, ba, da, da, da. And okay, Doris, the Democratic managers won there. I don't know what because it stopped. Some just look like curtains. Nice. Oh, the yeah, I found these kind of lacy things. Lace. I thought they were quite pretty, and so I thought we needed a red and blue one. So and it's certainly a big patriotic day. Anyway, still looking. Hi, Nia. Thank you, Lowell. Okay, here we go. Diva, what's going on through the Senate Republicans' heads right now? Besides air? What's going through Senate heads right now? Okay. Hello, Boo Boo. You okay? I've got Boo Boo right here. I've got Pumpkin up there. So the boys are here. Little fuzzy boys are here. So that's number 1. I've got that down, Diva. And if there aren't 12 questions, I'll just read on whatever I've got here from you guys. We'll make it work. Okay, we're gonna play this one a little looser than normal, maybe. Whatever works. We'll get there. All right. Let's see. Still looking. Lucky girl. Hey, lucky girl. Don't worry, Autumn. I gained all the weight you lost, sweetie. Oh no. It's just waiting there for me. It's just waiting. I lost 25 pounds, and you know, I've well, I lost, like, at most at one point it was like 28 pounds, and now it's more like 23. It's like 5 pounds. It just jumped on me. We'll get there. Hello, KD. All right. Okay. Whoa. YouTube just dumped a whole bunch of comments, so I don't know where I am. But it dumped me out. Oh, I think I might be okay. And Jennifer, maybe I'm too hopeful. Will they convict? Okay, I'm going to actually start out with one of my overloaded Celtic crosses. Will the Senate convict the Trumpster fire? You know, I normally I sit here and I try to make jokes about these kinds of things, and I am looking for the humor wherever I can find it, just to get through, just to try to help people. But I don't even normally I will make fun of these people, but right now I don't even feel like I can make fun of them that much, because it's just like all of that and everything you survive personally, and you're gonna quit this guy, really? Wow. It's I can't even wrap my head around it. So it's yeah. Susan, I get my first vaccine on Saturday. Excellent. Okay, and Kristen's here from Uncover the News. Hello, Kristen. Will Trump's lawyers do something stupid? Like become Trump's lawyers? Will the Trumpster fires lawyers do something stupid? Got it. That's number 3. Thank you, Kristen. All right. Alexis says the QOP is completely lost in Kool-Aid land. Shirley, great day. What is the relationship between Ms. Lindsay and Mitchie? Oh, interesting. I mean, they're all interesting, but interesting. Shirley, I like that. Relationship between Lindsay, I'm contractually obligated to pronounce it that way, and Mitchie. Got it. Oh, did you see the part today where they were using the resignation letter of Elaine Chao, Mitch McConnell's wife, today in the argument to convict Trump? Wonder how he felt about that. McConnell feel about his wife's resignation letter being used. We should probably look at that. Excellent, Shirley. I've got that down. Thank you. Aaron's son. How's Moira? That was an obscure sci-fi reference. Hello, Autumn. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Had a good day today. Well, cleaner. It's cleaner. It isn't in all caps, but I think it's important. I just happened to see it. William's saying, why did the 3 senators have a meeting with Dump's lawyers? Oh, yeah. Why did 3 senators meet with T's lawyers? That should be interesting. And the 3 who met, does anybody know if those 3, are any of them lawyers? Are all of them lawyers? Or they're trying to go in there to say, all right, what are you like? What are you going to do? And all right, you need to do this and this. Or, I mean, they could have been doing that anyway, but certainly if they were lawyers. I don't know. Electra, hey, will Garland be AG soon? Will Garland be AG soon? And will it matter? I mean, I'm always a little leery of getting my hopes up too high with some of these people. Will it matter that he is AG? All right, I've got that down. Thank you. Kristen, will the Trump cult try to interrupt the impeachment? I read on that yesterday, day before. Yes, it was the last question on Tuesday, starting at 1 hour, 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Will there be an interruption in the impeachment trial? And I didn't get that there would be one, for what it's worth. So that's what I remember. Okay. Hey, Rhonda, how did Adam Schiff feel about telling the Republicans I told you so? Did he? I don't know. Did he literally say that? I'm sorry. David, completely different question. Did King Richard have the princes in the tower murdered? Let me make a note. Why not? Let's. King Richard have. Maybe do that at the end. Yeah, well, I do political tarot around here, so why not? Oh, I've got it down the list. We'll see. Kathy Anderson. Well, Trump's lawyers use the Twinkie defense. Those of you who are outside of the states, we have these really super processed. Every whenever, basically, back in the day when I was married in the past to an Englishman. And when he would come over to visit me, the people I worked with would be like, oh, you're going to America, bring back, I want to try Oreos and I want to try all this stuff and Twinkies. And he'd be like, oh, okay. So he'd buy some Oreos here and he'd take it back and they'd get the Oreos and the Oreos are great. Oh, this is fantastic. And I want to try, American peanut butter. And they'd get to the Twinkies and the yellow sponge with the cream filling and they'd bite down and they'd be like, whoa, what is that? Okay. So it's, it's a Twinkie because it just, yeah. And there is a fascinating book out there, which it's about, it follows back where we get each of the ingredients that go into Twinkies. Fantastic book. Anyway, the Twinkie defense is what they call it in America when you go to court and you try to say, well, this person acted so badly and they acted out because their blood sugar had dropped. too far. And they just lost their minds and murdered, a dozen people, or, embezzled $1 million, or because their blood sugar was too low, and it's called the Twinkie defense. So they should try. It might be better than what they're actually going to do. Anyway, all right, I'll be quiet now. William, hey, why did the 3 senators have measles? Got it. Aaron's son, thank you. Marcia reminds me of the high priestess. Oh, this? Oh, yep. Excellent. Aspie, third eye question. Is the average Trumpster actually watching the impeachment trial? No. The Trumpsters I know personally. No. Nope. But we should probably look at how much of an impact will it have any impact on Trumplandia. Will trial have any impact on Trumplandia? All right, we'll have to look at that. Nia, some senators were undecided before the trial started. Are they still undecided? Undecided senators still undecided. Okay, I will look at that. Thank you, Nia. All right, and Kat, don't forget Mardi Gras coming. Oh no, I have 2 overlays already for the 15th and then another one for the 16th itself. So Mardi Gras. I lived in Baton Rouge off and on for 10 years, and my best friend's in Louisiana, so I always would do something small for Mardi Gras. Anyway. Electra, how will Trump's lawyers do tomorrow? Same as Tuesday? Let's see. I get that kind of goes along with, will they do something stupid? So yeah, let's see. Okay, Trump's lawyers. Same as Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. Okay, I've got that. And then QMA 5. Why did Cruz, Graham, and Mike Lee go to talk to the lawyers if they're jurors? Okay. 3 senators. It was Cruz, Graham, and Mike Lee. Cruz. Oh, imagine getting a knock on your door, opening it, and finding you're knocking at the door, you open it, and it's Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, and Mike Lee. Who else would be like? Who else would immediately just close the door? Mike Lee. Okay, got it. All right, and yeah, that's a good question, Lariger. Where's Mike Pence? How's he feeling? Mike Pence. What's Mike Pence doing? All right. Aronson, hello, Boo-Boos and Kitty and Pumpkin. Yes. Feline support in place. Yes, Sean, exactly. Gwen. There we go. Will the defense have as awful a day tomorrow as they did on Tuesday? Yep, I've got that down. J-Lo, are the Republican families narcissistic as the senators? I don't quite understand. I'm sorry. Jennifer, will they convict? Yep, that's number 2. And oh yeah, Hawley. Electra, when will Hawley leave the Senate? I'm so tired of him. Yuck. Oh, wow. The last three questions I have down here are Mike Pence, what's his name, Hawley, and King Richard. Did he have his nephews murdered? Jeez. Hawley. Or as you put it, I like yours, Howley. Josh, I think his name is. As in, you gotta be joshing me. All right, so I've got my questions. So let me pull out my cards and see what I can come up with. And I'm sorry if I didn't read on your question, but I'll be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow I should do 7 p.m. again, just once. And then everything should go back to normal on Saturday. So I'll be, because I'm here every single day, but usually it's at noon. So yeah, but I think tomorrow it's important that we watch to see what they're saying on the other side. Joan, Autumn, your apartment looms cute? Looms? A tour? Oh, a tour of my apartment? Maybe someday. There's not much to it. I just, Kristen, the impeachment's on the weekend too. That's a point. But I imagine they'll be finished tomorrow, the other side. But yeah, you're right. Maybe it should be the next couple of days. At least 7 p.m. Oh, good point. What time is autumn supposed to start? Normally I start it at 12 noon Central Time in the U.S., but tomorrow I will be starting at 7. And Kristen has a point. It might be Friday and Saturday evenings. I'll do 7 p.m. and then we'll see. So, yeah, yesterday and today I got to, it's coming up on 12 noon, and everything in my being's like, what do you mean you're not doing your live stream? Why are we doing the live stream? Okay. Will the Senate convict Trump? But also, yeah, I think that's going to be the big reading. Is I'll see if I can make some space here and move all this stuff over. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Electra, the other side has 16 hours, but they don't have a case, so good luck to them. Exactly. All right, so we're coming up on 24. Okay. I'm trying to do the same thing I normally do at noon, just doing it now, because it seems to work out pretty well. So, Beverly, Autumn, I thought the attorney for Trump requested half day. Oh, yeah, he wanted the Sabbath off. So from sundown Friday to all of Saturday off or something like that. But he retracted. He retracted that. So, all right, 24. All right, let me I'll put out lots of cards. So will the Senate convict Trump? Let me see if I can get this energy. I feel like I'm sitting like in the Senate chamber, and it's so much tension in the air. Like if you go into a room after there have been people arguing, and that heaviness in the air. It's so much emotion. There's been so much emotion in that room. And it has the feeling is there's a little bit of a high school feeling in that, like, everybody has their groups of friends and their clique and their and they react differently. So like Cruz and Graham and whoever else, Lee or Hawley or whoever, they do their thing, but it actually feels quite separate. It isn't as monolithic as you might think. This is not as monolithic as it usually is. People feel kind of beaten down, and they're kind of falling back into kind of way in a crisis. You sometimes will kind of revert back to how maybe you're not exactly how you acted in high school, but things kind of the familiar and also a more tribal but broken anyway. Oh, thank you, Wrestling Reads. Clarence does not sound happy. All right, senators, are you going to convict Trump? Donald J. for genius. Trumpster fire. Boy, the Democrats, seriously, they're gonna, what we listened to for the last 2 days was a masterclass in how to lay out, thank you, John, how to lay out the case, how to a case, how to, what you say, how you do it, how you present it, you do with this exact kind of, it was a masterclass. They're going to be studying that for a long time. They'll be studying that for a long time. All right, are you going to convict Trump? In the past, well, he was a Republican. They were Republicans. They worked together. Work. And there was Trump, and then during the first 2 years of his presidency, they had both houses of Congress as well. Those were the days, my friend. We are so glad they ended. Center of the reading. Yeah, trying to steal the democracy. Trying to steal the win. That's at the center of it. Theft. Just trying to steal the win. Okay, hanging above that. Oh, there's some Republican just. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Thank you. There's some Republicans. They're just. It doesn't matter what you say. Trump was their guy, and this is total refusal to even listen. So actually, since it's above the reading, I wonder if it's Hawley up in the balcony with his feet up, reading, paying no attention. Hey, Josh, you big jerk. All right, below the reading. Oh, yeah, that was quite a case. That was laid out. Oh, yeah, they're hearing from people. Both sides, they are hearing from voters who are so angry about the deaths, on all this talk about blue lives matter. Yeah, until you incite riot and they're killed and you're not calling for help, and then the Republicans are doing everything it can to still protect Trump, even though he incited the. But the people, this is what I get for the American people. They are really upset, and that's the base. All right, 2 cards for near future. Near future 1. Trump sending the message. Near future 2. That incited Trump sent the message, and this is 1, so it's also what I get for Trump, that incited the riot. Do there enough Republicans decide they're not going to show up or that they're going to vote to convict? Are they accepting that there's a connection between these two? That there's a direct connection? I think if they don't, they're idiots. But all right, home environment, corruption, and a slap in the face to the officers who died and the ones who were hurt. Just a slap in the face. Hopes and fears. They should be afraid he's going to come back. They should be afraid he's going to retain power. He's going to find a new way to talk to his base. He only still has power because they are giving him power. And they keep having this idea that, well, they have to get him on board or they'll lose voters. No, those voters, they want someone who has a vision and who is obnoxious. I have my way. This is what I do. Toxic masculinity, really. You stand up. You're a white man and you stand up and you say, this is how it is. This is what he cost him. He's a loser. We're moving on. They'll come around. They will. They're still rotten people and you're still a rotten person if you want to lead them, but they'll come around. What other people see? Closest thing we can get to justice. It's not the justice card, but it's as close as we can get. All right, final outcome. 3 cards. All right, this is Senate. Oh, I feel like I'm starting to float out of my body again. 3 cards. Final outcome. Will the senators convict Trump? 1. Trying to give Trump the benefit of the doubt. Really? Trying to give Trump the benefit of the doubt. The institution of the Senate. Also, those people attacked the institution. Leaving. Not showing up. That's people taking their vote and going home, going elsewhere. Saying, you know what, I should be making this vote, but I'm taking my vote. This is just not being there. It will be shocking how many Republicans still don't mess with Trump. But the disgust, there are people who saw things yesterday in those videos. They didn't realize just how close they came. They didn't realize just how bad it was. And Trump News, Fox News, they're not showing this. These people, they live on a steady diet of Earth 2, and they don't even know. So they saw stuff yesterday that scared the heck out of them, scared their spouses, their kids. These people went home yesterday and had to answer questions from their kids who were just beside themselves. And it could be young kids, but it could also just be adult kids. It doesn't matter. So that's what it looks like. They're just, and if enough Republicans just don't show up for the final vote. But let's see. Let me see if I can get any more information. Bellbook and Candle, can you ask Boobus and Kitty and other animals correctly predicted the Super Bowl outcome? I don't understand. Kim, I cried watching all the footage. It was really upsetting. It was really upsetting. So does this just mean that Trump gets convicted because not enough Republican senators show up to balance out the Democratic votes? They are sick of Trump. Even if the voters want him, they are sick of Trump. Trump the bully. And they're tired of taking on they're tired of protecting him. They're tired of taking on this this second impeachment thing. Not enough Republicans. Lies smokescreen. Biden is very, very smartly staying out of it. I mean, if what little he has said about it is like nothing to do with me. Trump lies. The lies, the lies, the lies. These two cards right here, not enough Republican. This is the miser card, the not enough card. And I get pentacles for Republicans. Not enough Republicans, not enough Republican votes, not enough Republican energy. And then this is, I get swords for legal stuff. And they're supposed to take their swords and vote, but they're leaving. They're taking their votes and leaving. So that's what I'm getting. We'll see. I've been watching other readers. They're getting different answers on this. Yes, absolutely. Entertainment purposes only. Exactly. But the other readers, they're getting, they're all getting different, different things on this. I will say this from having read on this so much, because you know I'm here whether it's either at noon or if it's in the evening. I'm here every single day of the year, and having read on this so much, a lot of what I got was that this is not the crucial part, that this is important, but this is going to have huge legal ramifications in the courts. The way things were laid out, the arguments, the evidence, putting this out there in people's minds. Matter of fact, even as I'm saying this, it feels like I've got my open third eye, and it's like, I don't know, like wallpaper is being put up inside my third eye. It's like, just wallpaper it with this information, and it's right there. Weird, but here we are. Aaron Sun, will they call witnesses? I don't believe so, but let me see. Will they call witnesses? No. All the cards I have here, that's a card for the reading. The Republicans do not want witnesses. They don't. They don't. This is Trump's bludgeon. There's Trump's dynasty, of which now they are serfs to the Lord, the Lord on the hill, who is Trump. Fruits of labor that they give to the Lord on the hill, or he's, where they get beaten or something. I mean, it's just, all of these are Trump and Republicans. They don't want witnesses. So, okay. Stacy, it seems like readers are getting that he'll be convicted, but it won't believe it until it happens. I'm getting that I have consistently been getting that there just aren't going to be enough Republicans who show up. However, I can think of two really good, big popular readers who I will not name, who are saying that he's going to be acquitted. We'll see. What I'm definitely getting is that this is not the most important thing. That we go through this is very important, but what they ultimately decide somehow isn't the big thing. I've also picked up that Republicans are not going to disavow the white supremacy, the Trumpism, the what have you. They are going to go down with that ship because they will not stand up to that that side of the party. It will sink them. But all right, so that's the big reading. But let's go on to see what else we've got here. Oh, okay, 4130. What is going through Senate Republicans' heads right now, tonight? Everybody's tired. Yeah, we're tired. Everybody's tired. What is going through Republicans' heads tonight? Oh, the jokes just write themselves, don't they? Air, dust. A pawn ticket for a sense of morals or ethics. Ay, ay, ay. What's going through the Republicans' heads after 2 days of this? Are they thinking overall? Or are they thinking, well, the hatred for Trump is growing. It's the card, Major Arcana, card of movement. Change, as in, we're out of here. Boy, did they have they had a sort of truth against the chaos of what's happened. It was very carefully laid out, very hard to the arguments given these last 2 days really did have an effect. Sort of truth against the chaos. And it was so beautifully, carefully laid out, step by step. You could follow it, you could understand the implications of it. And they were planning on kicking down as many of the Republican things as they could. Oh, it's free speech. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And not only can they not do that, but it turns out it was worse than they thought. Now they know how much time it passed before Trump did anything. Even if they tried to avoid it, now they know that Trump didn't call the National Guard. It was left to others to do it. They were ready to kick down those cups, but those cups are still there. And there are even new ones there. And it is terrifying, soul-crushing fear, corruption. I could be wrong, but I wonder if we've already got Murkowski on the Democratic side. And I'm not even going to reach out for Collins's energy. That invertebrate. I can't stand her. Republican senators. They close their eyes and they can see the images. They can see the videos that they were shown yesterday. Hallways, they recognize the violence, all those officers crammed in that narrow hallway, and the ones at the front facing the mob beating them. They close their eyes at night, and they can see that now. Hey, Sheila. Did I say... Oh, I agree, Crystal. Collins is a jellyfish. I agree. Hey, Sheila. How are you doing? This really has been... they're looking at things differently. Matter of fact, did I pick these up backwards? Because this is the Republicans. This is a different viewpoint. This is them taking their votes and instead of voting, just walking out the door. They're so angry with Trump right now. They may not be talking about it, but they are so angry with Trump right now. Thank you, Roxy. Oh, Sheila at work stopping by to say hello. Hello, beautiful Sheila. All right, what else have we got here? We've got lots of questions to get through. Bless you. Bless you, Pumpkin. What a good boy. Yes, you are. Good, Pumpkin. Okay. Oh, let's look at the dumpster fire's lawyers. Oh, let's look at this. 4730. Okay. The Trumpster fire's lawyers. I think tomorrow is he just left with Castor? The other guy can't be there, and then the other ones he hired can't be there until Saturday or something. I don't know. But Trump's lawyers, are they going to do something stupid? Is it going to be as bad as it was Tuesday or worse? Trump's lawyers. Are they going to pull themselves together? Certainly getting pressure. It does surprise me that with Trump losing his lawyers, why, if people like over in the House are so gung-ho about Trump, some of them are lawyers, why aren't they? If you have the House managers going against Trump, why can't you have some of the House Republicans who are lawyers being arguing for Trump in there? Or do they just not want to be involved? I don't know. We're asking a lot of Trump's lawyers and the people who are, the three. They're not amigos. It's like three Diablos. The three Diablos who went and met up with Trump's lawyers today. Cruz, Graham, and Lee. Tres Diablos, supposed to the three amigos. Anyway, you're asking an awful lot of these guys or guy, depending on what it is. Yeah, Chris, his lawyers can't make a case. They know he's guilty, yes. But it's also, oh, Matt Gaetz did volunteer to lawyer for Trump, and Trump didn't take him up on it. Seems odd. I would think that the evil Ken doll would be useful to the Trumpster fire. So, yeah, what are they going to do? There's so little they can do with between Trump's lies. What Trump is, he's right here in the middle, and he's expecting them to argue. He really is expecting them to argue that he didn't lose the election, that he won the election. And the other day when, oh my gosh, one of his lawyers, didn't one of his lawyers say that, look, if it's really that criminal, you know, the courts can take care of him. You can arrest my client. And it's like, oh, jeez. Umatra me to me. Thank you. Thank you. The Republicans are definitely trying to help. The Republicans they're sitting there. They're like a it feels like middle school or younger, where the kid's got like a recital or something, or he's got some lines to say in the school play or whatever, and so the parents are like right there up front, willing to whisper or come on, you can do it. That's what this feels like. The Republicans in the Senate are like, come on, you can do it. Because he's been given an impossible task and he's not up to it in the first place. And they're already feeling very legally hemmed in, because you can't go up there. You can't do what Trump wants him to do. Yeah, well, one of his lawyers, I agree, Erica, but one of his lawyers said he didn't, he lost the election. Oh, nay, not in Trump world. You don't say that. Okay, well, is it going to be as bad as it was? Whoops. Is it going to be, where are we? 53. Whoops, sorry, that fell. It's very loud. Sorry. Okay, will it be as bad as it was on Tuesday? Let's see here. Inquisitive terror. Yeah, you can't say former president either. Exactly. Oh, Crystal has a good question. Oh, kitten. All right, will it be as bad as it was on Tuesday? Or worse? Is it going to be as bad as it was on Tuesday? Big yawn. Big kitty yawn. Is it going to be as bad as it was on Tuesday? Card for the reading. Is it going to be as bad as it was on Tuesday? And I've got the 10 of Swords. And somebody's back. All right, let's see what the cards have to say, because the card for the reading doesn't look promising. Oh, considering the way that, the House Democrats, the House managers, organized. They were a team. Laid it out. Pulled every heartstring in order. It was beautiful. It was a masterclass, and it feels like, you've got Michael Jordan and you've got all these huge name players up against Bob, you know, Joe Bob. Maybe, you know, Bill and Boudreaux are there too. I don't know. But is it going to be as bad as it was Tuesday? What can he do? What can they do? It can't be a good argument. It can't. The Republicans laid it out, or sorry, the Democrats laid it out so beautifully. So beautifully. Causing huge distress that what the lawyers are just like. They're not allowed to admit that Trump lost. Absolutely not. That's a central thing. You do not call him the former president. You do not say he lost. Nothing like that. They wanted to just come in. This is minor arcana. They wanted to just come in and kick down some Democratic arguments, but they just end up disappointed because there's things that are still standing. There are things that they thought they could just easily come in and kick down, and it's like it feels like this guy broke his toe trying to kick those down. Because all he can do is Trump's message. Trump's message, Trump's message, and Trump's message cannot win this. I'm getting a, how can, you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. There's nothing, there are no materials there to win this by arguing. They'll just have to rely on Republicans willing to go along. All right, 57, 30. What's the relationship like between Lindsay and Mitchie? Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell. What do you think, kitten? Lindsay and Mitchie. He's like, I wouldn't like either of them. They wouldn't get up and first thing in the morning before doing anything else give me half and half. Anything. Before I do anything else, I get out of bed, walk in, and I get him his half and half before I do anything else. All right, Lindsay and Mitchie, what's your relationship like? Oh, not good, not good. My heart, it feels like something's been ripped out of my heart chakra. Yeah. No, Chris, no. Asby, Third Eye. Oh, G-Day, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Asby, Third Eye saying Lindsay's a tumbleweed anyway the wind blows. Well, now I've got Queen stuck in my head. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter. Oh, to me. What's the relationship like between Lindsay and Mitchie? Not good. Not good. Big old tower card. Whew. They used to be buddies, or closer. Common cause. But Mitch has spent way too much time having to answer for Trump stuff, and he's had enough. He's done. And to some extent, Lindsay's still willing to be in this position trying to defend Trump stuff. McConnell's done. He's doing what's good for the party now. He's doing what's good for his people. And I think it feels like he's been saying the things he has about, I don't know which way I'm going to vote. He's been saying that because he's so angry. That's the message. That message he's been sending out. That's a message to Trump, directly to Trump. I am done with you. He may ultimately vote to acquit Trump because he's Mitch McConnell, Moscow, Mitch McConnell, ugh. But he's done. And that split in the party leaves Democrats with more power. But they're not friends anymore. They were. They sure worked together, but no. Mm-mm. Trump has come between them. Please. Anyway. And Trump would run each and every one of them over with a car or a bus or a truck or anything like that. Just like, throw you under the bus. No. Trump, if he could drive, I don't even know if he can drive, he would just, either of these guys, he would just run right over them and just keep going. Wouldn't bother his conscience at all. Well, a watch to me. Thank you. Thank you again. That's very kind. Chrissy would prefer a tank. There's something to that. Okay. 102:30. Back to Mitchie, since we're here. How did McConnell feel about his wife's resignation letter being used by the House managers in the impeachment of Trump? They used Elaine Chao, Secretary of Transportation's resignation letter against Trump in Trump's impeachment trial. Yes, entertainment purposes only. Exactly. Thank you. McConnell thinks this whole thing's a waste of time. He just wants to put Trump behind him. Democrats won't just won't let it go. Just won't let it go. He is thinking about how to get the Senate back, and he's like, he's focused on how do I get my people positioned. And if the Democrats would just let this stuff go, then I could position this and I could get power back. Impeachment managers. That's the lower arcana prosecutor card. Yeah. Oh. There was an effective use of that, too. It would help if I turn this around. It was just showing the way that Trump, he acted so badly that a lot of people resigned. Okay, that's what was going on. There's a factual basis to it. Wow, he loves her. That should make the future interesting. He can see it. It's a factual thing. It's yes, he would rather, he does not want these men putting, his wife's, he wants them to keep his wife's name out of their mouths, but it's a factual thing. They did their thing. They thought it was, I'm sure they thought that was cute. It's a factual thing. He just wants this all to go away. Just go away, go away, go away, go away. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Umater? Umater? Oh, you matter to me. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Will McConnell convict or acquit? Let's look at that. Will McConnell convict or acquit? All right, 107. Okay, will McConnell convict her? Oh, really nasty energy right here. Like, rip it off my face. McConnell is a nasty piece of work. You don't need me to tell you that, but yeah, his energy it's very gray, and there's like a sandpaper quality to it. Thank you, Kevin. It's abrasive, gritty, abrasive. So, Moscow Mitch, comes to Trump, your favorite person. Are you going to convict him or acquit him? Three cards. Mitch. Trump, are you going to convict him or acquit him? All right, I'm seeing it from Mitch's perspective. He knows this person. He knows that they all have these important offices and what have you, but it's like someone you work with. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you. Oh, tell fun to vacation for autumn and more half and half for the Cat AM Cup of Joy. Do you hear that? Boo boo. Thank you. He thanks you. It's like being asked to convict somebody you work with, one of your coworkers. But it was a lot. I had a coworker once who just ended up losing their job because they just flew off the handle. Actually, it was over something I had said, but it was something I was repeating that my manager had said that they overheard. And so they went out and they like kicked in a door and threw something into a wall and just broke a bunch of stuff and just anger. And then it was like people mad at me. I'm like, I didn't say, I was the manager said we're supposed to do the thing, so I was just telling the other person at the front desk, and but it was scary. Yeah, there's some heavy duty corruption here, but The person losing their job had nothing to do with me either. So I was a really innocent bystander in this situation. What's going to be best for Republicans going forward? Because right now, he has to deal with Biden stuff. This is all, fun and games, but this is going to end. And then it's just going to be, what do we do about Biden and his stuff? Because Republicans are weakened. And the longer this goes on, how do we get what we want done? Sitting on this kind of corruption. And that's what Americans have been digesting in the mainstream media for 2 days. In Technicolor. And people stressed. And other people who work in the building with you, interns, people just who work there, all with PTSD, it's all not sleeping at night, including the interns, kids. So you're going to convict or acquit Donald? Mitch, are you going to convict or acquit Donald? The burden of Trump stuff. So, Trump the man has damaged the party, and we lost the election. There's a possibility. There is a possibility. It doesn't feel like a done deal, but there's a possibility, and it's because McConnell feels that they lost the election. He lost power, and Republicans are completely out of power because of Trump the man. He left them all out in the cold. The election. He blames Trump. And they used his wife's resignation letter, but she hates him too. So, are you going to convict, acquit, or just not show up? Are you going to be one of the people who's just like, no, he'll show up? Oh, yeah, definitely. Jay, yeah, 45 tarnished the Republican Party. And look at the Democrats over there, who, of course, the other side always looks like they've got it all together. I always find that funny that when someone from one side or the other will be like, oh, they've got their everything together. They always stand together, unlike our side. And it's like, you guys say that about each other, and it's not true in either case. Oh, he's torn. But he needs Trump's voters. He needs Trump's voters, but I'm just getting, he's so torn. He's so torn. The knee-jerk thing is, of course, to acquit Trump. To say, oh, we don't have it's not constitutional, or it's not whatever, and just let somebody else deal with it and hope that it turns out for the best. but he's so angry and he just wants, it's almost like he's just turning it over and over in his head. That's all I'm getting. I wish I had something more definitive. All right. Speaking of con men, yes. 1:15:30. Why did the three Diablos, Cruz, Graham, and Lee, meet with the Trumpster Fire's lawyers? William saying, Autumn, it's roll the dice. What happens when I do or don't? He will get the same result. Yeah, I can see that, William. Okay, so there we go. Make this 16:30. All right. Why did the three Diablos go meet with the Trumpster Fire's lawyers? Ooh, they're upset. Oh, they thought that the Democrats did a really good job. A really good job. What have you got? What is your argument? Well, you got to tell us now. What's your argument? What's the? Oh, they are so they are impressed / horrified by the way the Democrats laid that out. They are very worried, and they should be. But what this guy has is weak. How long did the meeting last? Because the guy has to say, it's like they would want to give him ideas or Mystic Dreamer, maybe because they are more involved than we know with the insurgency planning. Thank you, Inquisitive Tarot. I don't know. What I'm getting here is, whether they are or not, that it feels like they sat there, they heard the whole thing, and they are really, really worried about Trump being convicted, because that was really, really good. And not only that, but that if they themselves say, we're going to acquit Trump, they are concerned for their own political futures. But this lawyer / lawyers, he has to use what Trump wants, not what they want. Whatever Trump tells this guy from Mar-a-Lago. And it's like, look, you guys, you've already got the people who are going to vote for Trump no matter what is set up there. And you've got enough. But America is very much on the side of what the Democrats laid out. So they met up, and I would have thought that, these guys would maybe like go in there and be like, okay, let's work on something, but it doesn't feel like they can. This guy, he's a lawyer. He has to do what Trump says, not what these guys say. Unless they can convince Trump. They gave him advice, but boy, they're a lot more worried than I thought. Do they have reason to be worried, though? All right, it was obviously to go talk to this guy. How worried are the three Diablos? How worried are they that Trump's going to be convicted? Cruise of Terror, I'm Sheila. Oh, hello, Sheila. How worried are the three Diablos, Cruz, Graham, and Lee? How worried are they that Trump's going to be convicted in the Senate? I think it has more to do with their own political futures. Acquittal will help. How worried are they? Oh, they are really impressed. They think what the Democrats did up there was a slam dunk. And it was. Oh, yeah. Evidence came in, laid it out piece by piece. Beautiful, beautiful work. They are very worried. There are going to be too many Republicans who are just like, you know what? I'm just not going to be there. And that, you know, Trump's got what Trump is due. Trump sent those ships out. He's waiting for the karma to come back. This is what they're worried about. They're worried about Republicans not showing up to vote. I wouldn't have thought they'd worry about that. Matri, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. True, Rosetta Democrats slayed. Okay, 122:30. Okay, this whole trial thing over the last couple of days, has it had or is it going to have any effect on Trumplandia? What happened for the last 2 days? Is it going to have any effect on Trumplandia? Were there Republicans watching who were like, okay, we need to do something else? And heck, even if the far right-wing nuts are saying Trump betrayed them, I'm getting cards from the bottom of the deck, which is usually an undermining or a scattering in hiding. They definitely feel the far right really does feel betrayed. But Trumplandia, this trial, are they going to sway voters or? Trump's out of office, so why should we pay any attention to him anymore? He's just a man now. He doesn't have power. And look at the insult to injury and all the grief he did. Oh, you matter to me. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. The Democrats laid it out so beautifully. Evidence they laid out. They brought the cups and they explained what was in the cups. They laid out the cups about this man who's not even in power anymore and the damage that was done by him. Why should we? And that's the thing. If you think about these, the you know, the Republicans, they love strength. Trump doesn't have any strength anymore. He doesn't even have Twitter. as much as people talk about Trump continuing to have this huge power, he better come up with a way to make his voice heard in a big way, or it's just going to slip through his fingers. Trump has his sun, his sense of self, and his moon, his emotions, are exactly opposite each other in his chart. He was born on I think he was born during an eclipse, but anyway, they're opposite each other. So the energy flows. It's like a seesaw, and it sloshes. The energy sloshes back and forth between his head and his heart. Head and heart, head and heart, head and heart. Right? So it's doing this all the time. Raising one up, lowering the other. Okay. Neptune in the sky, transiting, moving, where it is in the sky. Neptune diffuses things. Neptune rules fog. It rules water. And what happens if you leave something in water? It dissolves. Neptune, god of the sea. Fog, water, diffusing things. The immaterial, also art, spirituality, things you can't grasp. And when you have, but basically Neptune is moving into an exact square to both his Trump sun and his moon. And a square grinds up against. At best, it's the grit that you create a pearl because of. Neptune is grinding, increasingly grinding against his very sense of self and his emotions. They're called the luminaries. The two biggest things in your chart are the luminaries. From our vantage point, you look up, what are the biggest things in the sky? Sun, moon. Your sense of self, your emotions. And Neptune is moving into a once-in-a-lifetime square to both of them, diffusing his sense of self, his emotions, his mind. That's what's happening right now. And it's not even exact yet. It's getting closer to the square. It's getting stronger. That doesn't mean he's going to gain power. Diffusing his very sense of self. Anyway. 128. Okay, are senators who were undecided, are they still undecided? Undecided senators, are they still undecided? Some. They're like, okay, well, I'll listen to what they say tomorrow. They're willing to. There are some that they're saying, okay, I really am trying to just reserve judgment here, but boy, tomorrow, Trump's lawyers better come up with a Hail Mary to end all Hail Mary passes, because undecided senators, still undecided, stay undecided. Trump's message. Oh, that's, again, it's from when I was doing the Overloaded Celtic. Trump's message, and then it was near future, Trump's message versus the Chariot card, the big movement, the forces going forward. Are they directly related? But do we have to admit that? Can't the courts take care of him? Oh, yeah, I think some of those undecided voters have gone to the left. Hello, cuteness. A little tired kitten. Sorry, he just looked up and looked at me. Oh, it's a big yawn. Okay, sorry. It's like the courts could deal with him. Yeah, but no, because he could do something like this again, and it's the white supremacists in the middle. It's the violent it's the violent supremacists, and those people, they're right in the center of this. And it was Trump communicating. This is the card of communication, and it's wands. And almost a year ago, practically, I was already getting cups. For those who are new around here, I was already getting cups for Democrats, pentacles for Republicans. But starting, 6 months to a year ago, wands started coming out as the party of Trump. This is Trump's communications. And America's seeing this. Laid it all out that they need to stop this. And it is a matter of time until this comes back. Thank you, Pramali. They've got to do something. It's a matter of time until these people act again. You have to stand against them. Law enforcement isn't going to be able to get all of them. And Trump's words incite them, and the whole country can see this now. Undecided voters, if they were undecided right now, they are really, really leaning toward the Democrats. Hokey dokey. 132. Mike Pence. Pensy Wency. The Snow King. The holier than all of us, while he completely supports the walking embodiment of all 7 deadly sins. Not one of my favorite people. Pensy Wency. So, your boss tried to kill you. Is that sunk in yet? You were a complete sycophant. No one sucked up to Trump more than you did, and your boss tried to kill you. And you're staying quiet because you think, oh, well, this will help my political career in the future if I still stay silent. Really? Thank you, Chris. Thank you. You have no idea what your side's into. They like strong men. That's not it. So, Pence, you gonna stay quiet? Insult to injury, you think? How about adding injury or potential injury to insult? That was your whole last 4 or 5 years. Marie, no readers see jail time for 45. Yeah, I don't either. I think that's why I don't see many comments anymore saying, hey, you only see what you want to see. It's like anybody who watches for any length of time. It's like, no, I see good things happening to rotten people. I see bad things happening to good people. It kind of stinks. Pensy. Yeah, Trump did his thing, tried to kill you. Now he's down in Mar-a-Lago golfing. Yeah, you feeling a little beaten up? And yeah, all those horrible people that were violent people who were sent to hang you, even though you've defended Trump, sort of truth. I don't understand. I don't understand the energy here. Hang on. All right. Let me calm my own energy down. Are you scared? His energy is hard to read. I've always wondered, yes, entertainment purposes only, but I've always wondered if because he is so spiritual, and I don't mean he's tapped into the whatever anyway, um, he's harder to read on because he's somehow got more of a uh, he believes in a God who you have to hide from, or that who you can hide from. Um, Even though it's God is all knowing, all seeing, what have you, there's still from an early age a um, belief in, I need to hide these parts of myself or deny these parts of myself so I'll just tuck them away over here. And I think if you do that spiritually enough for enough years, you start actually building these psychic walls. Um, he's veiled, yeah. Pence is hard to read, and it's sometimes I will read on him, and it's like, oh, but then it's almost like his spirit can feel me reading on him or something, and it's like he just is like slams down these big metal shutters, wham, to hide again. He is hard to read on because normally when people are thinking things or feeling things, it flows through them, and but it's almost like he can think this. It's like compartmentalization on a level that is so unhealthy. And I don't like saying bad things about other people's spirituality, but his any spirituality that will have you supporting Donald Trump, maybe you need to rethink some things. Um, it can be a way for him to um, not have to take responsibility. It's in God's hands. Really? So it's in God's hands that you do what? Suck up to all 7 deadly sins, or is it just 4 or 5 of them? Pence to spirit. Raise shields, Allison says. I like that. Yeah, I'm elsewhere. He's elsewhere. He's elsewhere. The courts will decide. The courts will decide, but also the great judge will decide. Pence. Dude. Wow. I don't know what else to say. Wow. Oh, Stacey, what about his wife? Well, yeah, Pence had to run for his life. Well, mother, Mrs. Pence. She's just a little bit upset. Just a little bit. What she thinks of those people? I get more fire and brimstone energy from her belief system. And I think they are both, let's just say they would call themselves devout. Please go away. Please. Pence's, goodbye. 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 141. Speaking of, oh, how I wish you would go away. Josh Hawley. I like that. Instead of Hawley, Howley. Mister, I'm going to sit up in the balcony because of social distancing, any of the senators were allowed to sit in the balcony. So he went straight up to the balcony, put his feet up, and was reading other things during the whole presentation, making a huge display of his disdain. Because he himself went right past the crowd that day, giving his seek help sign. So, Josh Hawley, you grandstanding buffoon, what's going to happen to you? He thinks he is set for life. It'll just be all up here. All uphill from here. Woo! He's set for life. He's going to be in office for life. Everybody, he has his people. He's going to take over for Trump. He's going to be the heir apparent. He's going to be the... Oh, he thinks he is going places. Yeah, he's in there. I'm in there for life or higher. Trump's done. Trump's done. Trump's done. The king is dead. All hail the king. Republicans are weak. Democrats are small. The people are looking for a leader. Then he gets hemmed in. Because there's a lot of legal stuff. He gets hemmed in by a lot of legal stuff. Do tell. Oh, do tell. Oh, he is so book bewitched. Devout to what? I'm not saying a word. Hawley thinks he has got it made. Long live the king. The king is dead. Long live the king. And honey, you should see me in a crown. That was awesome, by the way. That was from Sherlock, the TV show. Great line. Yep, Democrats are in power. They need me. They are weak and divided. And I get the same thing. He ends up, that's legal stuff. Disappointed, hemmed in. I'm not getting why or what this is. No, I'm not getting that today. We'll have to keep reading on it. But I'm getting very clearly, he thinks he's set in new. Oh, nay. You've got some legal explaining to do. But we'll find out. Grandstanding buffoon, nay, says Book Bewitched. Yes. All right. Garland, 145. Merrick Garland, will you be AG soon, and will it matter? Oh, the kitten. Am I keeping the kitten awake? I'll be done here in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, another big yawn. Oh, I'm disturbing the kitty. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, hey, Sparty. Luke, where is the crystal ball? You must be new. All right. She's like 146. Will Merrick Garland be AG soon? Will it matter? Wow. I swear to you, compared to these other jokers I've been reading on, it's like reading on oatmeal. I like oatmeal. It's nutritious. It's filling. It's good for you. It lowers your cholesterol. You can add little things into it to make it a little more exciting if you want. Or you can enjoy it plain. It's got a natural sweetness to it. It is still oatmeal. That's what his energy feels. That eating a bowl of oatmeal, that's what his energy is. It feels like compared to these other people. Yeah, he wants to get in there and start getting some stuff done. Yeah, there's a lot going on he wants to look at, have people look at. Working for Biden, who won the election, assigning people to look at different catastrophes. And what happened today, I think he's been watching I think he was watching yesterday and today. He saw the bludgeoning that Trump wanted to bring onto to stop Biden becoming president. But there was this is my card for election day. There was an election. He wants to assign people to go look at all this nastiness and corruption and death and let me at it. He really, I mean, I guarantee you he's much more Commissioner Gordon than Batman. But he wants to get the bad people off the streets. He wants to use those laws. Let me at it. Hey, Becca. Hello, beautiful Becca. House of Lenormand's in the house. Do follow House of Lenormand. She's great. Yeah, he's like, let me at it. Yep, that's the card for America. Merrick Garland, will you get in soon? And will it matter? Because he definitely wants. They're still trying to get in his way. They are going to try to get in his way every chance they get. Any way they can drag their feet, anything they can do. But there's only so much they can do. He's going to get in, and he's going to make a difference. He's going to be all over this. All over, and he's going to be delegating responsibilities. You do this, you work on that, you work on this. This is what's going on here. This has to be looked into because, and the way he's organizing it all in his head is, he has such an encyclopedic knowledge of law, and he's detail focused that he keeps it all organized in his head. But it feels like, and I believe his whole organizing principle is How do I make this stick here? Done. Yeah, Becca, I did look at the three Diablos, not three amigos, the three Diablos. At 1:16:30, I started reading on the three Diablos, going to see the lawyer. But it was related to some of the earlier stuff. They're going to try to get in the way. Trying. They managed for a while, but once this is done, this is what we've been watching. The evidence card the Democrats have been putting in there. But he's going to be on the team. He wants to be on the team, and we get him in, and things are going to be a lot better for Merrick Garland being in. So expect them to try to pull. Okay, that's rude. I can't say that. Come up with creative ways to put off him coming into power as AG. Let's put it that way. Not at all them perhaps pulling things out of their pockets to get in his way. Pockets. Pulling things out of their pockets. 152. All right. This is a historical question that I've never read on. So why not? 152. Wow, 2 hours. Okay. Historical question. King Richard. It's Richard III, isn't it? Did he have the princes in the tower murdered? Oh, boy, this has got psychic footprints all over it. People from all times have come. And there are certain things that have been read on so much. You got to read on them. And it's like, oh, a lot of psychics has looked at this. Richard III. Inquisitive Terror is saying, my ancestor William Terrell did it. I'm a Terrell. Oh. All right, let's see here. King Richard. Did you have your nephews killed to retain power? Gain power, retain power. Well, thank you, Sean. Thank you. Okay, I've got a woman here. I don't know enough of the characters around. Pentacles are an earth sign. Could be a darker haired woman or a practical earth sign kind of woman. I don't know. There's a card for the reading's a woman. I don't know. If he did, he didn't do it himself. This is the card of working. And in a 5-card spread like this, a 3-card spread or 5-card spreads or 7-card spread or whatever odd number, it's a card in the center that has the most power. It's a card of working. But right next to it, going outward from there, I've got the card, the highest major arcana card. This is the card of the end of the chapter, the end of the book, completely new phase. That, whatever that is, that has ended. That era, that time, that whatever has ended. And here I've got the card of quiet as a tomb. So their deaths, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't their deaths mean he became king? Something like that? Wasn't he like in charge until they were of an age? Inquisitive Terror. Richard was blamed, but he may not have done it. Well, yes, Lucy's saying, okay. Melissa's saying Tyrrell confessed under torture, which probably means he was innocent. Someone who refused to do it. He was being advised to do it. Or somebody was being advised to do it who eventually did. Stacey Lee, was it his mother? What is he working on? Is he innocently working in the middle? King Richard III, is he innocently working there in the middle? Did you have your nephews killed? He did not have nice people around him. I mean, there usually weren't nice people in the court. Thank you, Joanne. But Lucy, yes, he was the regent of England till the prince became old enough. Hi. Let's look over at Bailey. He's asleep, like on his side over here, and he's just got his head over, and he's like, he's still making noise. He's looking at me like this. You're adorable. That feels like in Hansel and Gretel, when they send, or Snow White, or when they send the guy, oh no, I think it's Snow White. They send the guy out to take to and bring back her heart, or I think this would call for a bigger reading. It's not straightforward. And he did everything he could to stay away from it. But that doesn't mean he didn't order somebody. This is their death. This is someone going, but it's not him. But he doesn't feel completely innocent. Matter of fact, it's almost like a not that he would need an alibi, but almost like a, it's not straightforward. Okay, was it his mother? I think that was that the possibility? Let's see here. Libra, Sun, Scorpio, Rising, Taurus, Moon. Chris says, I think he ordered it. Terrence may have had a part of it. Lowell Palace intrigue. Lynott saying Woodville was in sanctuary in Westminster Abbey with her other kids. She and Margaret Beaufort helped oust Richard. Because were they not poisoned? Lynott, his wife Anne Neville could have suggested it. Richard's wife, Anne Neville? Did his wife suggest it? It doesn't feel like it. I was sitting here thinking, oh gosh, are we talking, out damn spot from Shakespeare, Macbeth? But it doesn't feel like it. No. Nope. Wasn't her. Mm-mm. No. I'm getting that really strongly. It was not Anne Neville. Okay. Was it, did you say Richard it could be his mother? Lucy, yes. Anne Neville, Richard, Kingmaker Neville's daughter. I'm not getting it was her. I'm getting strongly that it wasn't her. Let's see. Tyrrell. Was Tyrrell, under torture, he confessed. Was it Tyrrell? Doesn't feel like it. No. If that's all I was getting, that could be like what he did or something like that, but it's not. It's got all this emotion here. This is what was done to him. Who ordered the killing of those poor kids? Got 2 cards for the reading. Corrupt. Fruits of labor and corruption. In any mystery, who benefits? And it might not be as straightforward as it being Richard. Richard becoming king could have benefited any number of people. I'm not saying I think it was his council members. Actually, Lucy, I'm not sure that Richard was the only one who could benefit from their deaths. Yeah, the Tudors were. Yeah, don't get me started on Henry VIII. I despise him. Children right at the center. Poor little things. This is someone who is only going to have power and money. It was for family money, but family power. It was somebody who was going to benefit because Richard was king, not Richard himself. Did they die by accident? No. This feels, no, this is murder. These poor kids. These poor kids. Oh. There were some nasty people around Richard. I don't know who this is, I'll be honest, but it benefited. There was a man in his family. It would benefit his family, and they would make a lot of money. They would have a lot of money, a lot of power, but only if Richard became king. I don't know. Could it be anyone in the court? Could be. It was someone high up enough. It was someone high up. This was not just like some random person, or no, this is very much intrigue and it was someone who saw them as a means to an end. It was someone who didn't even he didn't know the kids. Like know the kids. And it's like children die all the time. That's what I'm getting. I got a queen at the beginning, but it feels like a male energy. It feels like male energy. And certainly the person who I think this person who killed him was male. Yeah. Yeah, the person who killed him was male. So sad. I don't want to stay in this energy much longer, but whoever this rotten human being was, they hired somebody to get in there and do the deed and get the bodies out. Hide the bodies, get the bodies out, something. And God will judge me after I die. God will judge me when I die. Like, it's a man, and those kids, they weren't even human. They're his own kids. He was just, as far as he was concerned, men. Yeah, and then women have children, and the children die like mayflies and whatever. Ruthless, Becca, I don't even think begins to cover this guy. But it doesn't feel like a serial killer. It was much more Machiavellian than just like he didn't want to go do it himself. It was a means to an end. The kids were in the way to the guy becoming king. And whoever this guy is, his prominence, there was fighting among the different families for power, money, position, trade routes. I mean, all kinds of stuff. and you go up or you down. You do what you need to do to be up or down. Ruthless. Anyway, that's all I'm getting on that. That was nasty. All right, so wait a second. Who was the Queen of Pentacles at the beginning? Who's the Queen of Pentacles at the beginning? What was that about? I got 2 cards at the end. Oh. Who were they with? Their mother? There was a woman around them who had been in a good position, but now wasn't, had nothing, had to rely on charity of other people. And was it the mother, because she had been the lover, that riches would be coming her way eventually, or something like that? That was the woman, and she was either one heck of an earth sign, or she was really about the money and the power. She was really about the money, really about the material wealth, the material success. I'm not saying Elizabeth Woodville, their mother, could be. I don't know anything about her. No, she lost because they died. Well, she was wealthy and had power, what have you. Then she was absolutely did not. But she was waiting for more. It would come back to her because she had been lover to someone important. So the kids, I'm guessing the kids, I guess. Anyway. Mr. Dreamer, could you read on Anne Boleyn one of these days? She's an interesting character to me. Anne Boleyn is not somebody you want to read on. I've read on her, and I, like other readers, the Anne Boleyn energy is very much caught in a really nasty time loop of her execution. It's like there's a lot of just she's that piece of her is very upset. Very upset. But it might not even be all of her. It might be like it was traumatic and like a piece of her energy like broke off, and it's just stuck in that horror. It's really nasty. And Anne Boleyn was Henry's what, 7th wife? No. Oh, nay. 2nd. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. She was number 2. Anyway, yeah, it's nasty. But anyway, I'm done for tonight. But I've been here on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Wow. Okay. But that was interesting, if awful. But we made it through, and I'll be back tomorrow night at 7. Okay, everybody. Just these few nights, I'm doing evening shows instead of my normal noon shows, just so we can watch the impeachment trial stuff. I do this every once in a while when there's something important, there's something big in the news, or something big happening. So, especially something that it might be better later in the day to purge some of the energy and just be together. So, all right, hang in there, rest well, and see you guys tomorrow evening, hopefully 7 o'clock Central Time in the US, Chicago time, which is where I am. Oh, it's nighttime. You can actually see more of the painting. You can see even less that it says Chicago right there, but you can see more of the painting. I've got to replace the batteries in that light. There's a nice light that's sitting on top of it, but I've got to take it down to put the Anyway, doesn't matter. All right. Hang in there, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Keep breathing. You're not alone. We'll get through this. Okay. There are good days ahead.